Imu is finally here in full force. He is really showing us why he is the leader of the world and has been for over 800 years. Welcome back to Haki Review, everybody. I hope y'all had a great day, a great night, or a great morning, whatever the hell you are from. Today we're going over One Piece manga chapter 1180 titled Omen. But before that, hit the subscribe button to keep me going on these videos and live reactions for you guys. Let's get into it. This chapter gave us all we ever wanted. Brute force action from Imu. It gave us gore like we've never seen before in One Piece. Nah, but for real guys, come back when you can find me a chapter where the villain cuts off somebody's fingers the first thing they do after their introduction. Because Imu, well, he sees Gerd holding Summers with her fingers and without hesitation slices 4 of her fingers to free his subordinate. Well, that must mean that Imu is a kind and loving leader, right? But you see, this sequence, do not take it lightly. Cause this happened in a blink of an eye. Gerd didn't even realize what had happened to her fingers before she saw that she was missing them. All of this and this motherfucking soundtrack is still playing in the background. Dorororun, dorororun, dun 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 dun, bam 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 bam. And while everybody's shocked and scared out of their mind to what has just happened, Zoro tries to square up against the main man, the leader of the world, Imu. But that is something that everybody foresaw. I mean, for real guys, this was the most predictable part of this chapter. Cause we all know how much Zoro likes to beat up black people, right? He goes on the black dude first. I'm not gonna lie here, it's just a fact. So it makes a lot of sense for Zoro to be the first one to go up against Imu in a 1v1. Oh, in Imu's real form. But the fight gets interrupted by Hajrudin, thinking that he's got some of that low-key aura, some of his brother's own vicious nature, and he charges in at Imu with an obvious and idiotic attack that Stensen had to save him from, kicking Hajrudin away in the last second to save his life. But as a result of that, Stensen gets his own leg chopped in half. Now you tell me, when was the last time we were this gory in One Piece? And Domi Reversi do not count. I just think that Domi Reversi was kind of a warm-up for what's to come in the story. Because the Domi Reversi giants, we had to cut them up, we had to basically kill them in order for them to come back to normal. But now, this is no Domi Reversi. The damage is inflicted and it is real. But we are not done because Zoro charges in with his favorite attack on a black person, the King of Hell 3-sword style Rengoku Onigiri. I actually think he used it on King like 15 times or something. And he uses it here thinking that it would do some damage against Imu. Well, nope. Zoro just gets blocked by Imu's tail, the arrow tail, and gets absolutely one-shot by the smoke that is coming out of Imu's hand. Called Omen? Everything is called Omen nowadays. So for now, Zoro, he's out. And then the dumbass Hajrudin comes back and tries to attack Imu again, only for him to get one shot as well. I mean, if Zoro could not handle him, you definitely cannot. But let's keep it real. If I'm motherfucking Stensen, I would be fuming right now. The motherfucker just gave up his leg in order to save your life, and you run back with your head first, only to get one shot in a mere second. Ladies and gentlemen, I've come to hijack Haki Review's main channel. I would like for you to subscribe to my second channel if you like anime reactions such as Demons of the Shadow Realm, the new anime, or Black Clover, the one that we all love, or just some random ass anime that the community would like me to react to. So hop on to Haki Reactions, link will be in the description. And for now, I'm gonna put off the hijacking of the Haki Review channel. Hold up, what the heck was that? Did the time stop or something happen? I don't know. One shameless plug later and Imu has the power to give a boost of strength to his allies. I presume that it is only his allies that he has a contract with, but who knows what Imu can do. So Summers is back in full strength with this black Gear 5 smoke coming out of him, kind of like Emu's, but does not have the eyes on it. It kind of reminds me of Lucci's smoke when he was awakened. But them having that black smoke around their backs makes me think of Gear 5 and the white smoke that Luffy has. And also that makes me think, is Luffy going to have that power as well? So he could basically give boosts of strength to his allies, everyone just becoming Gear 5 and going at it. Emo and Summers take off once again. Now they are trying to free Gunko. Then we get just another emo blazing moment with Gaban saying that this haki that he's feeling from emo right now is so immense. He has never felt anything like it ever before. And this man was on God Valley and he says it. Not even in God Valley did I feel something like this. But see, this is like what I said in my live reaction to this chapter. By the way, feel free to watch it. Link will be in the description. We are moving to a territory that Roger, Rocks, Whitebeard, and other legends from the near past. Can you say that? Near past? We are moving into territory that Roger, Rocks, Whitebeard, and other legends from the past has never been in. Have. But anyway, we move to Loki and Luffy stuffing their faces. But now, the thing I don't really get is why Luffy is so tired. I mean, he's eating a lot, but he's incredibly tired as well. I know he was in Gear 5 for barely 2 or 3 chapters, and my bro didn't even have a decent fight. So my question again is, why the hell is he so tired? Then we get to Jinbei, and Nami asks him, what the hell is happening? And his answer is, like every other person would answer in that situation, the haki is freaking terrifying. But see, this part is also very interesting, because Jinbei says that if this haki is coming from one of the god's knights, then their objective might be ... Might be what, Jinbei? Might be what? Is it just the fact that Jinbei can tell that Emu is after Loki? Or is it the simple reason that he is trying to free his subordinates, Gunko, Killingham, and Summers? Or is it a totally different objective of Emu that only Jinbei knows about? Moving on, Emu lands near Sanji and Killingham, freeing Killingham and giving him the same type of boost that Summers got. Of course, that makes Sanji pretty pissed because you're not supposed to free the bad guy. So he tries attacking Emo as well, only to get one shot by an exploding kick. How ironic. I just can't believe what has just happened. We got both the supposed wings of the future pirate king both getting one shot in the same chapter. But then the mighty Loki joins the fight, standing there like an absolute beast against the god of the world, or should I say, the world itself, Sekai, or as Van Auger likes to say. This, ladies and gents, is a grudge match. Because Loki, well, he wants revenge for having to kill his own father because of Emu's contract. But on the other hand, Emu thinks this entire situation could have been avoided, would have never happened if Loki wasn't there. Then Harold would have still been under Emu's control and all of Elbaf with him. But a very action heavy chapter with a lot of potential power scaling discussions and contents for the One Piece community. Oda made sure to put some space between Zoro, Sanji and Loki in this chapter because I really don't see Loki getting one shot by Emu in the next chapter, like the two of them. But then again, don't you forget about Zoro and Sanji and all the other Straw Hats, because I'm a firm believer, and I say this once again, we will get an Oars type moment with all of the Straw Hats against Emu. So I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. Hit the like and subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Haki Review, but also subscribe to my second channel and go ahead and follow me on the socials. That means Instagram and TikTok and all of that jazz. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.